That catch for his career is number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
And here now come the Falcons.
And you figure this should be a healthy, a rested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 22. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They're going to look to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
First down line at the 34 here on third down. They'll set up a throw.
Got a man. It's Waddle, complete.
And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 17-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23.
Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you were...
Touchdown, Falcons!
Pat Freiermuth.
His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To the air again, Burrow. And that is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Burrow. It's complete to Parker, left side. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Burrow going for it on 4th. Throw left side complete. That's Hopkins. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver, because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it down the right sideline. But that says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The Falcons send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, Elliott. gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Burrow on play action. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Back to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Now an injured player here, so a stoppage, and that's Jamison Williams who's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Back to throw here.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to get this to Gordon.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
He's going to drop this one down to Gordon.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
Getting set to go again here, Robert Woods marches back onto the field. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts, one of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him.
So the PI decline, and that'll give him a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From midfield now, Burrow.
Another targeting catch for Robert Woods.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A first down carry by Elliott.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they go play action now, Burrow. And this is Parker, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. We all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Burrow.
Caught by Woods.
And they'll get this down to the 10. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Burrow will throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
McPherson now for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So out come the Bucs now.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Burrow. They'll set up the screen to Elliott.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now.
Returnable for Watson. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. That's complete to Traylon Burks.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Running left is Walker.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw.
Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. No surprise this offense would be able to convert. They're currently 2nd in the league in 1st downs, and they pick up one here.
Yeah, not a stat that we talk about a heck of a lot, but it's a vital one. And in this case, it's really vital because what does it do? Keeps their defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself now just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. From the 27, Burrow. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. 3rd and 2, now Burrow.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
And they use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now Burrow on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Right side complete. That's Woods. This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Falcons ready to take over. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They're passing here. Joe Burrow throwing the out route and complete. That's Patrick.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their...
DeAndre Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. DeAndre Hopkins, 70 yards.
And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make it 24-7. Simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out come the Falcons now. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll look to throw here.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
A big 30-yard play on 3rd. That's how you run the screen right there. The defenders get out of place, and then there's a lot of room to maneuver for your running back.
That's because all the defenders, or I should say the bulk of the defenders, were chasing the quarterback. Great disguise, great fake, got the screen out there, turned into a large gain.
Delivering again to Gordon, and he's got him again.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw again. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
On for the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So this lead, Charles, just continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started over at the Caesar Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. John Mechie, a touchdown reception. From there, we head north to Minnesota. Check on the Vikings at home at U.S. Bank Stadium. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. The Packers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Cordero Patterson, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Next, a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Falcons. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
The pass complete to Ken Walker. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Back to the ground now with Gordon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
They certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here's Walker.
And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Daniel Bellinger, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Burrow will throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Out of the gun, it's Elliott.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
On third down, Burrow.
Quick slant here to Woods. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. And throw right side complete to Parker.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They go play action with Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Falcons 32-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And Burrow going to throw again. Into the hands of Patrick left side.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Now it's Burrow.
As this complete to Woods. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Complete to Robert Woods.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down at 4.
Inside give to Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. No gain on the screen there at second down. Here's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Now it's Burrow. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. And I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. His throw incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now back to throw. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making a tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And room there to work it inside the 25. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go to Elliott again. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Devontae Parker, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bucs get a bit closer. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points. Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 107 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
False start.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Again, it's Walker.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Short throw to Disley.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Now Burrow.
He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee, because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
Throw right side into the hands of the tight end Sample.
Complete to Drew Sample. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
And now here is another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Falcons are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me, because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This is Wilson on the jet sweep.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Burrow's throw here taken in by Parker. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
On 2nd and inches. Burrow. That's complete to Disley, the tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
To the air again, Burrow. And that's Elliott, complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll get this one to Patrick. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Throwing again on second down.
Burrow, pass complete. He's got Woods streaking across the field.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. This is caught. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 2nd and goal. Burrow under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. 3rd and goal. Burrow. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tim Patrick from 8 yards out.
And the Buccaneers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, they got to feel right. Exactly.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Falcons send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So now the Bucs down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They need a touchdown with a 2-point conversion and a field goal in either order as they've got it 1st down. He's got a man complete. 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They'll let Elliott try and run it in, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Falcons, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to Week 12.